There are moments in Scripture that invite us to pause, contemplate, and dive deeply into mystery. The Transfiguration of Jesus is one such moment. An event so majestic and filled with meaning that it was recorded by 3 evangelists and continues to echo in theology, liturgy, and Christian spirituality today. In this video, we will explore what truly happened on Mount Tabor, why Jesus revealed his glory there, and what the great church fathers said about this extraordinary moment. Jesus had just announced for the first time that he would suffer, be rejected, killed, and rise on the 3rd day. For the disciples, this was confusing, disturbing, and seemed to contradict everything they expected from the Messiah. 6 days after this announcement, Jesus takes Peter, James, and John with him and climbs a high mountain. Why these 3? They were the closest to Jesus, the ones who would also be with him in Gethsemane. This was preparation. The church fathers say climbing the mountain symbolizes spiritual ascent. Saint Gregory of Nyssa said, "The Christian life is a constant ascent, and only those who climb encounter the glory of God." At the top of the mountain, as Jesus prayed, his face shone like the sun, and his clothes became white as light. The Transfiguration is a foretaste of the glory of the resurrection. Then Moses and Elijah appear. They represent the law and the prophets, that is, the entire Old Testament. The church fathers see this as a revelation that Jesus is the fulfillment of all that came before. Saint Jerome writes, "Moses saw God in the burning bush. Elijah heard him in the gentle breeze. Now they behold the Word himself in glory." The disciples were in awe, overwhelmed. Peter, not knowing what to say, exclaims, "Lord, it is good for us to be here," and proposes building tents. It was a desire to eternalize the moment, to remain in the glorious presence of the Lord. But God the Father intervenes. "This is my beloved Son. Listen to him." It's the same as was said at the baptism, but now with a clear command: listen to Jesus. The disciples fall face down, filled with fear. This is the usual reaction to a manifestation of divine glory. St. John Chrysostom comments, "They could not bear the light of glory because they were still in the darkness of passion." But Jesus comes near, touches them, and says, "Rise, do not be afraid." Here we see divine pedagogy. God reveals himself, but he also comforts. He does not leave us in fear, but invites us to trust. When they look again, they see only Jesus. Moses and Elijah are gone. The glory has faded, but something has changed forever. The Transfiguration is more than a miracle. It's a visual catechesis. Jesus shows his apostles what awaits them after the cross. It's a sign of future glory, but also strength to endure the scandal of the cross. St. Augustine teaches, "The face that shone like the sun is the face of the glorified Christ, who dwells in unapproachable light. But to reach him, we must ascend and carry the cross." It is also a call to inner transfiguration. St. Paul says, "We all, with unveiled faces, beholding the Lord as in a mirror, are being transformed into the same image from glory to glory." The words, "This is my beloved Son, listen to him," echo as the center of the Transfiguration. St. Leo the Great comments that, with these words, the Father shows us that Jesus' authority surpasses that of Moses and Elijah. He is the eternal Word, not just a prophet. This voice invites us to obedience, to listen to the Word. The Transfiguration is a call to refocus our eyes and hearts on Jesus, the center of revelation. After the vision, the disciples come down with Jesus. The world awaits them, with its pain, its crosses, its doubts. But now they carry in their hearts the memory of glory. And that memory will be light in the darkness of the Passion. So it is with us. We have moments of light, but we must come down and live faith in the everyday. The Transfiguration is an invitation to be transformed by Christ's presence, to listen to his word, and to walk with him to the cross, with eyes fixed on the glory to come.